Live for your home. That's what the father always told our protagonist. The meaning of that is that he didn't want him to desire anything and always be a shadow of his older brother. Our hero falls to the ground, and the soldiers around say they never imagined that it was possible for one person against so many knights. A long-haired guy says it's expected from the brother of that person. Cheyenne leaks. The guy in front of him is Boris, who gives a twisted smile while Shirin asks who sent him. With daggers in hand, he wants to know if it was the Emperor. Seeing him activate the power, Boris says that mist is disgusting and he's an assassin from the mist group. Because of this, he will be eliminated for affiliating with the heretics. Shin wishes him good luck to try to get out of here alive, but Boris tells him that he has already placed a barrier of 9 stars in this place. The protagonist knows he has to get out of there urgently and find out who caused the incident with his brother, telling Boris that he will break any barrier he has raised when suddenly someone says, "Enough can scan." Cheyenne is startled and doesn't know what to say, remembering his father's words. Live for your home and your brother. Eshel is the house itself. The success of the house depends on the success of Eshel. Cheyenne can't believe it. The guy behind it all turns out to be his brother after all. He falls to his knees as Eshel says he must be wondering why he's there. The brother approaches, and Cheyenne asks what that means. Eshel says he has done his job very well so far, but for this house and for his own brother, he will release him from sins. Cheyenne can't understand what he did wrong. Looking at his miss, Eshel says that is disgusting, and long ago he was no longer human. He shouts at him saying he has been deceiving everyone. Cheyenne thinks about those words and loses his mind. What he's saying doesn't make sense. The difficulties with the Empire's throne, the subjugation of the Demon King's army, the continent unification war. He helped his brother win all of that and conquer everything he has. He punches the ground saying that the life he received he dedicated to this person. But now the ones that throw him away after he has come so far when he worked like a dog for 20 years. Cheyenne says that even if his body breaks, he will give everything he has at this moment since he can kill him. The soldiers are incredulous at the mana he still has. Transformed, Cheyenne says his brother is shameful being the only hero and trying to kill a family member. Asho looks angrily, and Cheyenne goes for it. He's easily defending himself while Cheyenne says he only needs one attack. He sees an opportunity and goes for the blow but hits against a barrier. The fight is not one-on-one, and Boris is protecting Eshel, who takes advantage of this to strike a blow of Sion's belly. With the sword in his belly, he says he thought about letting him go easily, but he really showed the dark side in the end. It really is a relief that he never trusted him for a second. He pulls out the sword, kicks Cheyenne, and leaves with the group. Fallen, Cheyenne thinks it's a ridiculous end. It makes no sense to die like this. From one moment to the next, he attacks Eshel again, tells him to die, and puts the dagger to his neck. But an explosion of light sweeps through his body. A voice calls for a young master, and a boy wakes up sweaty in bed. The maid asks how long he's going to sleep, and Shannon asks if it's Emily. Looking at her, he thinks it's been 20 years since they met, but she looks the same as the day he met her. He recognizes the room as the one he lived in when he was younger, and it hits him that he has returned to the time when he was a child. Emily tells him to stop messing up the bed and go to training. And Shai wonders what training she's talking about. Saying that he's back in the Vert family Dutch. He's sure it's the past. Maybe they are memories, but he remembers perfectly. This was on March 1st, 27 years ago, a year before he entered the academy. At the beginning of each month, there was an open training fight for the public. It was an important event even for his father. His opponent was a boy named Krantz Vert, a brother who was also born from another mother, but was the same age as him. His mother, Marguerite, was the official wife of the Duke. Because of this, her son received much more attention. Shin, being the son of an illegitimate wife, was humiliated that day, and that's when his father told him to do nothing and give up. Emily asks why he doesn't give up. While Cheyenne now says he's just going to win quickly, but he hesitates when he realizes that a simple thin sword is extremely heavy for this body. Now he is sure it's not a dream or a memory, but he hadn't heard of magic like this and wonders if he really went back in time. Cran says it's incredible that he didn't run away. And when Cheyenne looks at his father, he tells him to start. The brother goes up asking where he's looking and clearly he's confident it's going to be easy. But Cheyenne wonders why he's so slow. A step to the side and the brother cuts the wind. Krantz says he's a coward and comes to give another attack, but he takes a blow to the hand that makes him drop the sword. A kick to the shin and he rides in pain falling to the ground crying. The mother calls for the boy while the father seems interested. staying him on the ground. Cheyenne knows that if he puts the blade to his neck, it's over. But he remembers that in the past this guy tormented him, and the bullying continued even at the academy. So now he has to end him so that he never thinks of doing something like that again. In this second life given to him, he will live for himself. The fight ended with CR being completely defeated. The Duke postponed the plans because he wanted to talk to Can, even put one of the knights who worked for him to keep an eye on him. In the corridor, he sees Krant's mother and is sure she's back from the infirmary. With a mischievous smile, Cheyenne asks if her son's okay, Duchess. She says he is shameless to say that after what he did to his brother. Shane ignores her, saying it's normal for this to happen in training. The Duchess says that's why you don't talk to illegitimate children. Filthy mother, filthy child, and you should have stayed picking up trash from the streets. Cheyenne looks back, thinking she crossed the line and wondering if he should kill her. But he smiles, remembering that he knows how to make her suffer gradually, and tells her he will enter the same academy as CR, and she asks what he means by that. He wants to know if she doesn't care about her son and his graduation. She frowns and goes to slap him, asking how he dares to say something like that. But the guard protects Cheyenne and apologizes to her. But the Duke calls the boy so they can't linger there. He stares at the Duchess and tells her they are leaving. She remains with a closed face but doesn't have much to say. And Cheyenne did this because he knows the Duke's order is absolute. In the night there was order to protect him.